Fucking Winnie the Pooh, dude. He's out. He's done. Canceled. Done. Over. Career. Whew. I think they put Chick-fil-A in people's homes. I snort bath salts every morning at 6 a.m. in the van that I live in the parking lot. Just a typical night out. You're like, how the fuck? Yo, I posted up with our PE gym teacher. Like, how the fuck did I find you? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Unrelatable show. Hope you're having a fantastic night or evening, and you and your loved ones are doing good during this holiday season. It's a madhouse out there. It's pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah, we got the Santa hat on the Moai here. We got to get festive in this John. Got my Apple Mint Zinni Chinos ready to fucking move. Of course, we got the non-working candles going here. I mean, it's really great. I'm feeling festive. I got my quarter zip on. It's that time of the year, folks. It's that time of the year to start letting loose and breathing with the quarter zip. I love this thing. I don't know. People have been on this quarter zip wave. They're like, oh, I've seen it all over TikTok. They're basically putting like black dudes in a quarter zip. They're like, leave the Nike Techs at home, put them in a quarter zip. People been on the quarter zip. It's the best. It's an in-between. It's a hybrid. You look professional, yet it's agile. It's mobile. What I was saying was you could do a really bad thing in a quarter zip and probably get away with it, Like park in a handicap spot. Someone's yelling at you, rock a quarter zip. They're like, you're good, bro. You're good. New Year's sucks now. I mean, what is there to do in New Year's? I don't know. I'm not a big bar guy. I don't know what going out to the bar really does. You're spending a lot of money. There's a lot of people. You're shoulder to shoulder with people that I'm like, I don't know why I'm fucking here right now. I got someone, he's blacked out. My buddy's blacked out at the bar, talking to a girl he shouldn't be talking to. It's midnight. Dude, bro, the anxiety that midnight gives single people should be studied, bro. Power goes out in the city of PB the moment it hits 11:58. Let's start a new year, a new you, making out with someone you don't know. Let's do it. I did that terrible mistake one year. Horrible. A few years ago, did it. I almost got canceled on the internet. I got canceled by this woman. She was like, I let her on. I mean, did I say I was going to go on a date with you? Maybe I did. Maybe I said a few things. But you know what? As any salesperson does, they sweeten the deal. Do they really like golf? They like golf with you? No. They wanted your paycheck, and I happened to just say I wanted to get coffee with you when I just wanted a New Year's kiss, all right? Sue me. I don't get it, all right? Well, there's probably plenty of people that had a kiss that didn't have to ask for coffee dates at specific locations that following weekend, but I did it. Guys, let me tell you something. Get a bottle of wine. All right. Go down to Taco Bell. Get the quesarito deal they're running right now. Find your significant other. And if you don't have one, get one off the internet. Mail order bride. Figure it out. And have them show up to your house. Throw on Ryan Seacrest. Watch that phony fucker just with fucking straight face going, and we're here in New York City. There's currently no bomb threats. And you're like, what the fuck? By the way, this is me trying to create a person with Botox, not looking like they're half Asian or something. So in case you were confused on that, it's not what it looks like. I don't want to hear about your night out at New Year's too, because it wasn't as good as you thought it was. None of us are impressed that you went to you started off at your buddy's house, you pre-gamed, you went to 2 dive bars, you maybe went to one yippity bar, you're 140 in the drain. Aaron made out with this girl that he used to talk to, he shouldn't have, and then Derek made out with his coworker who has a boyfriend. Happy New Year to you fuckers. Cold plunging, saunas, and morning runs at your running club aren't going to solve your problems. When you're someone who doesn't grow up around Catholicism, right, and you go into Catholic places like a church, as beautiful as these cathedrals are, man, it's very confusing to the untrained eye. You ever see these insane paintings or portraits when you walk into a Catholic church? You get the stained glass, which is cool, And then they got like a fucking thing of a baby getting stabbed with like a pitchfork. And you're like, what the? Is no one fucking looking at this? Is no one here going, hey, like what the fuck is on the wall here? And I gotta stare at this, no one, and they're like, oh, that's the story of John Smith. And when God came down, I'm like, dude, he got this baby stabbed with a fork and it's made out of granite on a wall. You know, it's the same people, like, in their their bedrooms, they have the picture of like Jesus with like blood coming down above their bed. And I'm like, dude, like, that's a hard thing to wake up to, you know? Like, obviously, there's significance to him and, you know, what he did, right? But the first thing you see when you wake up, guys, I mean, come on, what happened to a little bit of bed and breakfast? What happened to a little morning? You know, I can't believe I'm saying that. I'd rather see Fox News when I first wake up, you know? That's just intimidating, you know? Dude, this Epstein file shit is going crazy now. Crazy. You guys seen these pictures, dude? Everyone's in these files. I'm starting to think I'm in the files. I might be in there. Like, imagine you saw your mom. She was just at, like, you know, some steakhouse, Morton's, and then Jeff decided he wanted to have dinner there that night, and someone's like, let's just take a picture of it, and your mom's in the back, dude. Fucking, they're not redacting her. Your mom's done, bro. They're done. Winnie the Pooh was in this shit. They got Winnie the Pooh. I mean, I don't know what's next, dude. I'm thinking they're taking out Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse is a slobby bastard, bro. Snoopy's in that shit for sure. I'm telling you, everyone's done. This guy, he reminds me of how I look when I'm absolutely drunk. When you get the photos back the nenext day of like just a typical night out, you're like, how the fuck, I posted up with our PE gym teacher? Like, how the fuck did I find you? I'm good. You're gonna be in the file. You're gonna take a picture, you know, Bondi's gonna release it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Chuck E. Cheese, 07? Why was he in Marietta? I don't know. Fucking Winnie the Pooh, dude, he's out. He's done. Canceled. Done. Over. Career. Whew. You thought he was an innocent little bear, a little pot of honey? Next thing you know, dude, it's like children remains in there. It's a damn shame this guy was such a terrible human being. Because the place looks like a pad, bro. I mean, imagine if one of your friends had an island. Imagine if one of your friends had an island. They had a jet. You'd do it. You'd go on it. You wouldn't be like, oh, bro, this guy's weird. You'd be on there. It's getting crazy. All right? I don't know what's going to happen, dude. As long as certain establishments, you know, like Dick's Sporting Goods and Applebee's, you know, Chick-fil-A, as long as we have some institutions that remain after this reset of the Epstein releases, I think we're going to be in good hands. Chick-fil-A now, you can go through drive-thru, you can eat in there. Now you can do a curbside delivery thing, which I feel so weird about a curbside delivery at a place that you already drove to. And you drove to in the parking lot, so that now it's like you don't need to walk in anymore, but you don't want to sit through the drive-thru. You just want to do a little hybrid. You want to sit in the car in the parking lot and have it brought out to you by some 4'10" Christian woman who's just trying to pay some bills, who's going to say my pleasure even if you hold her at gunpoint and have her children in the back seat. She's shuffling out in the rain, you know. She's sad. She has 2 bags of food that's going to kill you. The bags are starting, they reek of it. This is her 17th time doing so. And you could have just walked. You could have done pickup. You could have just gone out of the car and taken, but no, you know what? I'm making the creature, the my pleasure creature come right out up to my window. Look at the man in the eyes that is creating the demand for the curbside pickup, giving it to me and wishing you farewell. What's past curbside delivery? We have house delivery. You can go in person. You can go through a drive-thru. You can go show up in your car and they can show up to your car. I think they put Chick-fil-A in people's homes. That's my next one. It's been a shitty year. I don't think it's been a good year. I don't think we can write this one off as like a 2016. I mean, that's like comparing LeBron James to like fucking, I don't know, Andrew Jackson. Like, there's no comparisons here. 2025 was a tough year. You know, we started off with wildfires, you know. We got 6-7 reemerging. AI is deep faking and taking out grandmas everywhere and making them send money to foreign embassies in South Africa. And, Winnie the Pooh's locked up. I mean, I don't know what else. Well, I think what we're going to see in 2026 is going to be the rise of just betting on absolutely anything. You're going to start being able to bet if your neighbors are going to get divorced. I mean, it would be kind of funny if we could bet on, like, whether or not your friend's going to get a job next year. Because if it's against, then people are making money next year. That's going to be awesome, Another thing for 2026 that I want to kind of reel in more is gaslighting people on their political views, which might be a really bad thing to do. People just like to talk when they're in a sauna. They just like to they like to let their heart out. They like to think it's paid therapy when you're sitting in a room that's 120 degrees and you just had the worst workout of your life and you figured out you lost your job. They're like, hey, I'm going to talk to you about why I snort bath salts every morning at 6 a.m. in the van that I live in the parking lot. And you got to listen to it. They don't give a fuck that you got an AirPod in, bro. They don't give a fuck. They'll take the AirPod out, shove it up their asshole, and then go tell you about why their daughter's a whore. Okay? And you're going to sit through it. If I'm going to deal with this, I'm going to make it entertaining. I like to figure out, I can almost know the political standing just on seeing somebody. It's kind of a superpower. One time I just said, I think masks are awesome. I think we really were wearing masks and it was an awesome time to be alive. We had masks on. I saw a guy literally stand up, start crying, and just turned to me and said, "You're the reason why America has become the way that it is." And he just left. And I was like, now I get the sauna to myself. So let's talk about who won that altercation. But yeah, happy holidays to everybody. Hope you have a good time with your family. Whenever I post this, you get to enjoy it and watch it. And as always, leave a comment, let us know how much you hated it, how much you loved it. Anyways, take care, everybody. Have a good one.